Hello. So I've just made a series of videos on my Snapchat and sent them to a few friends, and it made me come to the realization that while I'm running, I am meditating, and that is my form of meditation. I understand everyone has different forms of meditation, but my form is most effective while jogging long distances. Random thoughts and creative ideas and just inspirational feelings of love and joy come to my mind, and I have all these awesome ideas. I'm going to stop there because I think you run about 9Ks. And I never do anything with them, and I'm always constantly searching for a confirmatory that what I'm doing with my life is what it's meant to be, what I'm meant to be doing. Because I feel like a hollow feeling of lack all the time. The only time I feel like I'm actually satisfied and happy is when I'm helping someone. And in the current job I'm in, you can't really do a lot of help. You can do little bits here and there with family and friends and help them through hard times, but nothing is as motivating and as satisfying to me than changing someone's life, whether it's with health or just helping with their mind. I think these thoughts all the time, and I've never spoken them before properly like this when I'm in the present moment of having them. And I've realised that I'm going to run again. And I've realised that it has a really strong power when you speak what you want and when you speak how you're feeling. It's like a confirmatory over the initial feeling and thought. And what I wanted to say on top of the other videos is that when I mentioned earlier on in the videos about how our bodies are just an energy rod of light, well, our physical bodies aren't, but our soul and the core of our being is light beyond our atoms and everything. And I mean, at the end of the day, our body is energy. We are made of energy. Every cell in our body is vibrating at a frequency, and every cell in our body has a mind, like a negative and a positive voltage. I believe, confirm if I'm wrong, but I believe every cell in our body has around 1.3 or 1.4 volts of energy. That's billions of volts of energy through our bodies that is contained through our physical. It's funny because I just said it's contained, but it's really not contained, because brainwave machines and science now confirms that our thoughts are not inside of our head, they're outside of our head. And the reason that's easy to understand is when I say that they don't use the old machines like back in the day where they stick all the stickers and you stick this helmet on your head. The machine that measures your brainwaves is actually sitting outside of your head. That's how that confirms exactly my thoughts. There was a few other things I wanted to touch on that I had in the video too, and that last thing I want to really say is be vulnerable. I mean, be vulnerable with yourself and put yourself out there, because sometimes when you speak how you feel, that really opens doors. And I feel like this morning I've opened doors to new pathways just by expressing my emotions. I think I've contained them a lot in the past from previous experiences that have been negative, and I've associated my current ways with those old negative thoughts, but no time exists but now. You can't ever change the past, so let go of your old self and be who you are right now in this present moment, because that's all that really matters. I hope this video has inspired people. I understand it's really bad quality and bad made and everything, but the few people I've sent the video to on Snapchat have said that it's been a positive experience for them to watch them, so that's why I thought I'd post it. Anyway, have a good day. Bye. Thursday morning deep thoughts via running. This morning's thought is, wow, what if my body is the home to many souls, but the one I have So I've got the main soul, and then there's more souls, and they have different personalities. And that's why sometimes I'm like, today I'm Paris fucking Hilton. I would dress like a fucking Barbie. And then the next day I wake up and I'm like, I'm Bob Theodore, I'm gonna listen to heavy metal. And then the fucking day after, I wake up and I'm like, oh, I'm Jasmine, I'm funny and I'm a hippie. And then the next day, oh, what am I today? Wake up, oh, today I feel like being a fucking social media fucking star. And then, you know, the holidays will come round and suddenly I'm a fucking bikini model on the fucking beach in Bondi Sands. Thursday morning thoughts number 2 is sometimes when you run for so long, you just like think of the most fucked up stuff. So this next thought is, so when you're running, you're like, feel the energy from the earth, whatever. But like, if we're all energy and we're all connected, like, we hold energy within our physical body, just like a power line holds energy in the rods that go across the streets. But our energy isn't suppressed by that coding of, you know, it's not limited. So literally, what we legitimately think about and whatever occurs in our physical life is what we have created via our thoughts. Whoa. That's true. I got shivers when I said it. And like, I remember watching Jim Carrey's YouTube videos a few years back, and I rewatched them the other week, and it made me remember how I felt when I was raw vegan and I was like fucking disconnected from everything. And like, that experience combined with how I feel now just feels like it confirms that there's literally no limits to life ever. We can legitimately do whatever the fuck we want, but I guess it is a matter of making yourself get inspired and staying in that inspired and creative mood. And if you can't match your thoughts with the emotion, that's why you can't manifest new things, because you're not matching the thoughts with the emotion. So you've got to feel it to create it. Oh my god, I'm like 8Ks in and I don't feel like I could stop anytime soon. Anyway, I'm really glad I'm videoing this, because I go through these really inspirational moods and I never do anything with them. I feel like sometimes people can benefit from them, so send them to all Snapchatting people. Anyway, that thought process is gone now because I'm taken away from the present moment and I've lost that motivational feeling. Maybe I'm thinking about it too much without letting it come naturally. Oh no, another thing I just thought of. I swear we have some kind of guide or angels around us. When Morgan's away, I feel them in the room. It's weird. And I feel it more when I've had a green tea, because I'm not in a fully sleep state. So I don't normally have a green tea before bed, obviously, but sometimes after work, if I want to like a, what would you call it, like a pre-workout, I'll have a green tea. You know, people say at work all the time, why do you run so far? It doesn't even increase your real fitness, really. You go really slow and you go really long. And I'm like, I crave it. I'm like, how the fuck do you crave running? I'm like, I just crave it. Like, it's literally like meditation to me. And that's what it is. It legitimately is. Like, you can sit down on your mat at home, or you can sit outside in the fresh air and sit down and have your back and your bum implanted in the earth and feel the energy flow. But for me, that doesn't work as well as running. So, I don't know, it's weird, isn't it? Sometimes thoughts go wild. This morning the thoughts aren't wild. There's more to follow. I'll make a video when I have those thoughts come. Sometimes it blows my mind what your mind thinks, and I think, you know what? Is that me putting those thoughts? I was saying, video cut out. I was saying, like, you know, these inspirational thoughts and emotions and feelings that pop into your head when you run, or me personally, is that really me thinking those thoughts and creating that thought? Or is that a higher being giving me ideas on what to do with life, or again, face shivers. When I say things that align with my spiritual self, I get face shivers. Have you ever experienced that? When you feel a thing and you think of an idea that you want to do with your life, and you literally get shivers down your whole body, like goosebumps. I've literally got goosebumps right now when I say it. I want to cry. Happens every time. I think I feel unfulfilled in the job I'm in because I can't help people. I feel like when I help people, I just feel like I'm enlightened or something. I guess that's the answer. Yeah, I guess that's the answer. It's strange when you say your thoughts out loud. It almost like you think a thought, or you think of an idea or a creation, and you think, that's a good idea, and you get the face shivers and you feel inspired and you feel creative and motivated. But they dwindle off because you don't speak them. I've never spoken them like this before. And it's almost like when you get the shivers and you have that feel, that second feeling of alignment, that, wow, that's like a second, it's like asking yourself, which is the thought, and then feeling it is saying it. And that's the confirmatory feeling of that's the way you need to go in life. When you want to know what you want to do in life. Holy fuck, I didn't think it was going to turn out like this videoing. I'm going to leave it there because I've got still 4Ks to go, I think. And I'm pooped. It does take. I just want to touch on one other thing. I just ran another 500 metres and I thought, I just want to say this. But that doesn't mean you can't be still happy in a job that you're still in, but I guess you're not really fulfilling your inner being because you're not doing what your heart and what your soul is being put on this earth or remanifested itself back into this physical earth to do. Because everyone has a little path, a life path, and if your life path's north but you're heading south, then you're a long way from home.